there's nothing horribly wrong with this issue. Really, it's a nice tie up to the story. It's nice to see It's really nice to see Soundwave get back to being a robot and not have to be a cassette player anymore, because that's what we all want to see. It was cool to see Ravage and Laserbeak in that one frame totally like ripping people apart. And it's nice to see everything kind of tied up at least a little bit. But this issue has a really big problem for me, and that is the fact that this just proves that, at least in this part of the series, dying means absolutely nothing. No one dies. And if someone does die, don't worry about it. They'll be back in like 2 seconds or in 2 issues. Like, it's not a big deal. Because we have Sludge, who dies and comes back. We have Grimlock, who is supposed to be dead and comes back. His sacrifice means absolutely nothing. We have Sunstreaker, whose head was like pulled off, or, you know, Hunter disconnected him and he was dead, but he was totally fine. Basically, no one ever dies, and if they do, it totally doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. And I understand not wanting to get rid of major characters, and obviously Sunstreaker had to be back because of what happens in All Hail Megatron, but still, I just feel like, okay, this was not climactic or epic at all, because I knew that you were going to be fine. So, and of course, if Grimlock is okay, that means Shockwave is okay, so why... You didn't do anything. Nothing happened. It's like if this didn't happen at all. And of course, Scorponok, no one killed him at the end, so he's still there, and why did this happen? We got Hot Rod back, and we got Sunter Hunstreaker back, but in the end, there was nothing really happened other than Scorponok is in custody now, and Soundwave is out. But obviously, Shockwave isn't dead, and no one's dead. And I'm sure a lot of people feel totally different than I do on this, and I understand. I also understand that I'm bashing a Simon Furman written comic right now, which is totally not okay. And I'm sorry, but I'm the kind of person that if someone's gonna make a sacrifice, it has to be at least a little bit, like, monumentous, like, it has to mean, or momentous, or whatever. I can't speak, you all know that. It has to mean something. They can't just come back in 2 panels and just be totally okay. It doesn't mean anything like that. So, despite that big thing, this isn't a bad issue, and the series as a whole wasn't bad. Now, the series as a whole, obviously the series is majorly about the relationship of the Dinobots, or at least was supposed to kind of shed some more light on that topic, which I guess that it did, because it was just them, basically every issue was just them, like, arguing about what it meant to be a Dinobot. And at the end, they're like, we're gonna leave you. No, we're not. Which, remember, happened in, like, all the other issues, so, yeah. So it's really just another issue of them going, we're gonna leave. No, we aren't. So, I guess this taught us that the Dinobots are indecisive? I don't know. I guess they're a team, but they're not, and Snarl says that they're not Band of Brothers, but they do come back and stay for Grimlock. So yeah, I think that this is supposed to teach us that the Dinobots are indecisive. That's what I'm going to take from it. But it was good. It was fun to read. I have to say that I enjoy All Hail Megatron more. I think probably because that seems like it's the more crucial part of the overall story right now, and I feel like there's just more going on, and it feels a little bit more epic to me. And it's kind of a bummer when you're reading about a Tyrannosaurus Rex that turns into a robot and it's not epic. Sorry. So, but really, it was okay. It was a fun read. It's not my favorite thing that I've read at all. So it's not terrible. And if you want to read it, go ahead, even though I'm pretty sure all of you have read it by now, because this came out in April. I suck at life. But so that's the review of Maximum Dinobots 5. And I apologize for the fact that this came out, like, forever ago, so I probably should have reviewed this forever ago, and the fact this probably isn't my best review ever, since, I haven't done one in, like, a month, and I was just really silly during this, and I apologize. The next thing I was supposed to review was supposed to be Spotlight Metroplex. I'm gonna see if I still want to do that. I don't usually worry too much about reviewing the Spotlight. Same thing, I totally skipped Spotlight Cliff Jumper. But I do want to review Spotlight Metroplex because it is a really good Spotlight, but I'm sure most of you, if you've already wanted to read it, have read it already. But we'll see. If you guys want me to do it, I will. If you would rather me skip right to All Hail Megatron 13, which I'm going to hopefully be reviewing tomorrow or the next day, since All Hail Megatron 14 comes out tomorrow, or today, whenever you watch this, just let me know. But with that said, yes, All Hail Megatron 14 does come out tomorrow, so I will be reviewing All Hail Megatron 13 very soon. And I'm going to try to get back into a more regular schedule. I can't promise anything, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try really hard. But besides that, there's not much else. All you guys who went to auto assembly, let me know how it was, because I'm guessing it was awesome, and I wasn't there and I was really sad, and I want to know how it went. You guys got all to see each other, so I bet that was super cool. Oh, go see District 9. It's awesome sauce. It is so... It's just utter yes. It equals epic win. Go see it. It's so good. Go see it. But I also apologize for the fact that this video got darker as the thing went on, because I started at like 7:30 and now it's like 8:40, so it's really dark. But that's it. I will stop talking. I've been recording this for like ever. So I will see you all again, hopefully soon. Thank you for the people who have subscribed while I wasn't even around. Thank you for people who have stuck with me, whatever, while I wasn't around. Thank you very much. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff up soon, and I will see you